One of my subscribers has asked me to rebuild the San Francisco 49ers in Madden 26 franchise, so of course, that's what I'm going to be doing today. And of course, if you guys are excited to see more Madden 26 rebuilds, make sure you guys like and or subscribe and let me know down in the comments below which team you want me to rebuild next. But looking into the team off the rip, nobody thinks that this is a good contract from Brock Purdy. Is he a bad player? Definitely not. I think he can win you a Super Bowl if he has the right team around him, which he did have the right team around him for the longest time. But in what universe does this dude deserve to be backloaded $60 million a year? It's not that bad for the first 3 years, but then $57 million, $72 million, $64 million. That's ridiculous for just Brock Purdy. I mean, I think he's good, but I don't think he's top 10 good, in my opinion. Then we got Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk. All these guys are great. Trent Williams, great. All these guys are great. I just think the Niners missed their Super Bowl window. It's as simple as that, as sad as it is to say. Christian McCaffrey, if he's healthy, he's amazing. Same thing with the entirety of the Niners team, honestly. And then Brandon Ayuk here, Jawan Jennings. You got Watkins as well. Ricky Pearsall is only a star development. So you know what? Why not just put Watkins here at the third string receiver because of his hidden development. I know Ricky Pearsall hasn't really had much of a chance to play, but I still was questioning him as a first round pick. So Jordan Watkins, let's see what he has. And then this offensive line is garbage. If Trent Williams retires, we're completely screwed, which he does a lot in simulation. And then George Kittle, he's a beast. He was a beast last year, arguably the best tight end in the NFL. Jair Brown, Richie Grant here, Fred Warner, the best linebacker in the NFL. I'm a Ravens fan. Roquan Smith is probably a second, but probably not a close second. Fred Warner is just a beast. You got Nick Bosa, Bryce Huff, and then I forgot his first name, something Collins. It's not Alex Collins, but either way, you got Mikael Williams here. I really like that pick for the Niners. Putting these guys side by side is a good duo, especially with the athleticism of Mikael Williams. Lenore, super underrated. Pretty sure I'm butchering his last name, but super underrated corner. Really feel like he should be like an 87 overall, not an 82. Then Renardo Green. So it's not a bad team. It's just falling apart. You lost to Funga. You lost Dre Greenlaw. You lost some interior defensive tackle guys. It's slowly, piece by piece, falling apart. Losing Deebo Samuel honestly isn't that big of a deal. He really didn't look that great. But these are the playbooks I'm going to be running. I just always like to try to run these. I feel like the Dallas offensive playbook has been the meta for the past decade just because the EA franchise developers, well, EA just developers in general, are Cowboys fans. So they're just going to make it stacked out every year just to favor their own team. But this is what we got going on. Don't really want Kyle Juszczyk to be my backup running back. Everything else here looks fine, so I'm cool with everything else. So apart from that, year number one with the Niners here. Let's see what we got and move into the midseason mark. 6-1 at the midseason mark, 9th in passing yards, best rushing offense, the best defense in the NFL. That's what I'm talking about. Scouting national focus here, it has to be interior offensive line, so let's make that a priority. And for the players ready to negotiate, I like Jawan Jennings in real life. I think he's holding out for a contract in real life, is he not? But he is pushing 29, pushing 30 here. Probably don't want him long term. Really don't like any of these other guys either, especially with the contract I'm about to take with Brock Purdy. Kyle Juszczyk is just going to be, it's really not that bad of a contract. For one more year with Kyle Juszczyk, really don't mind that contract, even though he's pushing 35 there. Jawan Jennings, not a 3-year deal. I'll do another 1-year deal and boost his money just for this 1 year. I don't want to give extensive contracts because once that Purdy contract fully kicks in, I'm going to be screwed. So I'm just going to hold off on that for now. Everyone else here, not really interested in. But 6-1 right now, definitely looking like a playoff team. Let's move into it. And we are 13-4, no first round bye, no team by not winning our division is what I mean to say. 14-3 Los Angeles Rams take the division. Okay, sure, I guess. Second in offensive points per game, second in defensive points per game. I guess the Rams must have been number one. Our coach approval rating is at 89%. We love to see that. Don't really want to look into the weekly awards, but team seems to be dominating, but not good enough to win the division, evidently. Brock Purdy, absolutely balling. Looks like a top 10, maybe arguably a top 5. Number 1 offense, and then the 12th defense in the NFL in terms of yards. Brock Purdy, 4,200 yards, 34 touchdowns, 9 receptions, 110 pass rating, got sacked 44 times. I feel like that's a real issue in Madden. I've had every single simulation I do. It's just crazy with the amount of sacks that they have. It's not the worst I've seen. In my previous rebuild, I think I got sacked 59 times in a single season. That's not even playing with the Bears and Caleb Williams. That would make more sense if it was, but it's ridiculous, dude. I feel like they just programmed the edge rushers just to go absolutely berserk in every simulation. And then Brock Purdy, best season of his career for sure. And then Christian McCaffrey, 1,200 yards, 5.2 per carry, 12 touchdowns, 1 fumble. Probably he's going to be the best simulation he's going to have in this simulation, considering he's only going to regress from here, but hopefully he's good for us to win a Super Bowl, good enough. George Kittle here, almost 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, 13 for Brandon Ayuk, 900 yards. Jordan Watkins, 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. Jawan Jennings, 900 yards, 3 touchdowns. Ricky Pearsall barely touched the ball. Great ball distribution. Sacks allowed. Like, are we kidding, dude? A 98 overall superstar left tackle allows 14 sacks. Like, what is this bullshit? I don't care what my scheme is, dude. It's the dumbest thing ever. A 99 overall, 98 overall superstar left tackle should not be allowing more than 3 or 4 sacks. This is ridiculous. And then my left guard sucks. My center and my right tackle. My right tackle, who is significantly worse. What is this? My 74 overall right tackle, 76 with the boost, completely outperforms my 98 overall superstar development boosted left tackle Trent Williams. Are we dead ass right now? Fred Warner, 99 tackles for a loss, 11 for Nick Bosa and Mikael Williams. Sacks, 13 for Nick Bosa, 8 for Mikael Williams. Great rookie season. Bryce Huff, as a backup, gets 8 sacks. Interceptions, 3 for Fred Warner, 3 for Richie Grant. Deflections on the team, 8 for Fred Warner, 8 for Renardo Green is great to see. Safeties is 0 defensive touchdowns, is 1 for Trey Brown. Can we beat the Tyler Show Saints in the first round? We're 4 overalls higher than the Saints. This should be a clean sweep here. I don't want to see the Coach XP. We do beat them 37-21. Here to face the 12-5 Green Bay Packers. We're a similar team to them, both an 86 overall team. Can we beat the Packers here? No, we're going to lose 20-17. It's surprising that the Niners lose to the Packers in the divisional round. Usually it's the other way around, but let's move in to the offseason, as a lot of our players are about to take a regression hit. Hopefully Trent Williams retires because he was garbage. And the Bengals beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow wins the Super Bowl MVP and the league MVP and the Offensive Player of the Year. Dude, I've seen that so often in simulations so far. I've only done 3 rebuilds. Joe Burrow is league MVP in every single one. Josh Hines Allen's Defensive Player of the Year. No awards here for the San Francisco 49ers. In the NFC West here, I am not reading all that except for my players. Thomas Morstead, my center who only allowed 4 sacks. George Kittle, my long snapper, and Trent Williams all retire. So a lot of our players just left. I'm completely screwed. We just jumped from an 86 overall to an 82 overall, just like that. For the team upgrades, Brock Purdy, I was really hoping he would get an X Factor. I'm not going to force it. Jordan Watkins here. I honestly, nobody take this the wrong way. Is this guy white or is he light skinned? Like, I genuinely can't tell. I need to know this. It throws me off so hard. But either way, Brock Purdy here, superstar development, up to an 87 overall without the boost. Everything else looks good. I mean, I'm glad that Trent Williams retired because I don't want to pay him if he's going to play that badly. And then Martin, it doesn't seem too bad. Unfortunate face this guy has here. No, I'm kidding. And then Mikael Williams, I was hoping he would get superstar development. Everything else looks pretty good here. Is this guy's name Alec Collins? Not Alex? Alfred Collins. That's my bad. I should have known that. For the re-signings here, Richie Grant and all these other extras, I'm just not really interested in. All these guys can walk. I really don't feel like I'd miss out on too much. Maybe the 66 overall is depth. I mean, if I can pay him this stupid cheap, absolutely. 66 overall, he says no, he wants to test out free agency, which is crazy. Thought I would get good value there. He just says no to me, so we're just going to move on from that. That's unfortunate. No players that I really want here. Let me look at my Coach Central and actually upgrade some of these guys. Let's get player development a little bit upgraded more. So let's just boost this with my coach a lot more. So I have a little bit more of an understanding of what is happening here with the training XP. For these guys, I have weekly training on auto because I am not spending my time doing that for a 4-year franchise simulation. And then personnel here, XP for other coaches. Sure, let's upgrade that while we have that. And then scouting buff for halfbacks. I will need that. And then archetypes, 5% reduction for archetype unlock, 2% for general wide receiver. Interior offensive line is something that I need more, so let's constantly buff that. And then all that looks good. Interior offensive line, RB fit finder. See this interior offensive line. Let's do that again. And then that all looks good. I'm cool with that. I need the upcomings, but for right now, it's not bad. They actually fixed this in Madden 2 where outside linebackers don't think they're edge rushers. So Leo Chenal is actually asking a more than reasonable price here. Now that I don't have to pay Trent Williams or George Kittle, I can spend some money and I might just pay this dude an absolute bag. So I got Leo Chenal here. I think that's an absolute steal of a player, even though I did pay him a lot. lot. I don't care. I have the money to do it. Chidobe, I got on 1-year deal. Same thing with Cam Robinson, Tyler Higbee. These are just filler players for now, just to replace some of the players that I lost. So not a bad free agency. I'm filling in what I need to, and then I'm building for my future in the draft. But I think Leo is going to be a long-term replacement for Dre Greenlaw. Bears get the #1 overall pick. Have they fixed the actual draft clock yet? Highly doubt that because it's only day 2. Yeah, they're not going to fix this for a while. In the later rounds, this goes away, but this glitch still stays here. Left tackle, Alfonso Ventura here. I don't know how you pronounce that because I'm stupid. Looks really good. I've been tired of taking offensive linemen in the first round because they always just give me normal development, especially left tackles. This guy's 6'6", 305, good strength, good speed, elites across the board. He looks pretty good. I signed Cam Robinson, but it's a 1-year deal. I'm going to pick up my new left tackle in Alfonso here at the late first round. Ranked 52, got him at 27, but hidden development. So I think it's worth it in my opinion. Let's see how he plays. 86 acceleration at 305 pounds is insane. 87 strength. Looks pretty good. Is there a good free safety on the board, dude? Why does a guy who's 220 pounds look like he's 320 pounds? Out of Oregon here, decent speed, great acceleration here, and then he has F kick return, but A hit power, B pursuit, B play rec is something that I'm interested in a guy like that. First to second round, and Tafoya here could be our Hufunga replacement with that type of a name. This guy has run support, looks really good. David Alvarado, I'm stupid, dude. Oh my gosh, I don't know how you pronounce any of these names. B awareness, A block shedding, B hit power, B pursuit, B tackle, C to F zone coverage. That's just a glorified linebacker right there. But Nick does not seem too bad at all. Solids and good across the board at strong safety, B awareness, block shedding, catching, hit power, play rec, B to C zone coverage. I'm going to pick up Nick here, move him to free safety, ranked 45, got him at 59, only normal development, but he's a nice plug and play guy for us. This guy does not seem bad post UDFA, but second to third round talent. Oh my gosh, as a center. How about this guy, Josh Campbell out of Tennessee, second to third round talent. I'm going to snag him, this guy, as a left guard. He's B+, ranked 69, got him at 91. Nice, good value for that left guard. Going to start him over my current one who gave up 10 sacks last season. And then I'm going to go out and draft that other left guard who seemed to have good talent as well. Centers on the board, just all post-UDFA talent. First to second round talent post-UDFA. Hold up. We might be cooking right there. That's crazy. Shane Hoffman out of Miami. I'm just going to pick him just because he has that level of talent. Ranked 32, got him at 123. Hidden development, absolute steal. Can move him inside to center. Let's see how that works. And then, of course, with defensive tackles, just sort by physicals, go all the way to strength here. Great strength from this guy. Anything else that really stands out? Oh, this guy's super athletic. Great strength from Carter Oliver out of Arkansas. 6'6", 334 pounds. Good speed, great acceleration. Can run under a 40-yard dash at his college pro day with great strength at 334 pounds. He looks great for a 5th-round pick. Ranked at 19 in the class. Got him at 155. Hidden development. This guy seems like an absolute steal. And then tight ends on the board. We got a guy with A catching on the board here. Anyone with absolute standout A's across the board at post UDFA. This guy honestly doesn't seem that bad. Quan Kilroy here, great speed, good strength, B awareness, A catching traffic, B catching. First 6th-round pick, why not pull the trigger? Ranked 146, got him at 187. Normal development at a Ball State, baby. I mean, good value, but he's probably not going to ever start. I would say overall we had a pretty sweet draft, especially with our O-line. Hidden development, normal for him, but then hidden, good value down the board. I think overall that's a pretty good draft. And evidently I forgot to re-sign my right tackle that only allowed 3 or 4 sacks last season, so that sucks for me. But either way, I'm going to move Cam Robinson to right tackle for this first season. And then, yeah, that looks a lot better for my offensive line. Tyler Higbee's just on a 1-year deal. Well, honestly, Jordan Watkins here is going to be playing in the slot over Ricky Pearsall just because of his development. Hopefully, Jay James can actually level up there or actually increase his overall for the long-term prosperity of the team. Oliver as a 5th-round pick was an absolute steal. Leo Chenal is going to be a baller, hopefully. And then let's actually put the rookie strong safety that I picked in the 2nd round into free safety. So yeah, I think this looks pretty good overall for the team. It's not better than last year because we lost a couple of studs, but honestly, George Kittle was really the only stud we lost. Trent Williams was garbage for us last year. And then specialist-wise, James can play, Guerrero can play. Oliver's not going to be the rush defensive tackle. It's going to be Collins. Actually, Mikael Williams, I don't want him to be the rush defensive tackle. Bryce Huff should not be the rush defensive tackle. How, Alfred Collins? Yeah, why is Mikael Williams playing defensive tackle? I don't want Bryce Huff coming off the edge. I want it to be Mikael Williams, slot wide receiver. Honestly, can be Ricky Pearson. Brandon Ayuk can be the one. Actually, you get more reps at the slot, so let's do that. And then nose tackle, Alfred Collins, it's fine. I don't know why it considers Mikael Williams to be a defensive tackle. How much does he weigh? He weighs 267, which honestly isn't bad for a defensive tackle. That'd be a really light defensive tackle, but he's not going to play nose tackle, really. I'm going to definitely move him to edge over Bryce Huff. But anyways, see you guys at the midseason mark. At the midseason mark, we are 4-3. Offense is struggling a bit. Defense is still doing well, other than the defensive passing game. We got some weekly awards here. Nick Bosa, 8 tackles, 4 sacks is nuts. And then for the coaching central here, I need to keep pumping into scouting, in my opinion, because early on, this is what matters. So we're going to do archetype unlock for this. Scouting buff for receivers by 2%. I mean, that's not something I really need. And then reduction letter range. I don't know what that is. Reduction 2 type letter range locked. For scouting buff for TE would not be bad either. So the scouting buffs do matter to me, but then I do need to improve my offensive coordinator a bit because it seems like we are struggling in that category, even though our offense really didn't change. I mean, losing George Kittle's a big deal, but still, I kind of want to do scouting national focus for corner, but I also want a new tight end. So let's make that our focus here. And then for the player upgrades here, we got Jair Brown. I mean, player negotiations. Jair Brown, he may start regression soon. I gave him player friendly. He says no. We'll deal with that later. Juwan Jennings is probably a no. Bryce Huff is a no. Chidobe is a one-time player. Mac Daddy Jones, I'm sorry, is a no. Cam Robinson, probably a no as well. All these other guys don't really need. Kyle Juszczyk, I'm sorry, I just don't really want him long-term. Jake Moody, I can easily replace. Same thing with our current punter. But anyways, apart from that, let's move into the playoffs and see if we can make them. And we go 8-9, miss the playoffs. Is our team really that different from last year? Trent Williams played like trash. I mean, George Kittle was great. Didn't break 1,000 yards, though. And then, I mean, really? Was it really that bad? I feel like our defense improved getting Leo and that new defensive tackle. I don't feel like it was that much different. I mean, our team is still an 86 overall. I don't see how we go from 13-4 to 8-9. Oh, it's because Brock Purdy sucks now. 18th best offense, defensively 9th. Yeah, that's our problem. Brock Purdy, 28 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, 104 pass rating, got sacked one more time than last year, I guess, 3,500 yards. And then Christian McCaffrey, 4.7 per carry, 8 touchdowns, no fumbles, 1,100 yards. Good season, but still, Brandon Ayuk, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns, great year. Tyler Higbee, still doing pretty good, honestly, for 75 overall. Juwan Jennings, 740 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jordan Watkins here, 500 yards, 6 touchdowns. And my rookie outperforms already. It looks like my left tackle and Trent Williams. And Dominic Pooney absolutely sucks for being the highest overall offensive lineman on my team. 6 allowed sacks from Cam Robinson. I'm probably going to re-sign him for that. 5 from Josh Campbell and 5 from Shane Hoffman. So not bad. I need the left side of my line to wake up and do something. Fred Warner, 127 tackles for a loss, 14 for Nick Bosa, sacks 20 from Nick Bosa, 7.5 for Carter Oliver, the rookie, 6 from Mikael Williams, then interceptions, 4 for Jair Brown, deflections on the team, 9 for Fred Warner and Leo Chenal, who have been great evidently, and then safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns, 0. So clearly Brock Purdy is struggling. I need to focus on offense this draft, so let's do that. Even though I did focus on my offensive line last year, didn't really seem to help that much. And the Eagles beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow wins back-to-back league MVPs. Nick Bosa wins Defensive Player of the Year. That's awesome. In the NFC West, again, I'm not reading all that. Tyler Higbee retires, and that's really the only notable player. But for the team upgrades here, my left tackle and my left guard both come with star development, so that's cool with me. Brandon Ayuk doesn't get superstar. He had 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns, and that's not good enough. I mean, I'm not going to force it, but that was a great season. Leo goes up to X Factor. Carter Oliver comes with superstar development. So this is big for us. Oh, yeah, he didn't even earn it. He just came with that. That is huge for a 5th-round pick. So remember, whenever you're scouting the guys in the trenches, if they have great strength or above, they're most likely going to be pretty good or just good value in general. Probably going to draft a 3rd defensive tackle late round because why not? Still maybe need to draft. I mean, honestly, my defense is good. I maybe need to draft a new corner because Chidobe is going to leave here, or Woozy. I don't know how you pronounce that. But Renardo Green is going to be the number 2. I still need a number 3. Need a new tight end. Honestly, need a new receiver. Jordan Watkins is not going to be enough as well. But evidently, Brock Purdy needs more help. He loses George Kittle, and he just crumbles. So for the team re-signings, Jair Brown doesn't look like he's going to be too hot for too long, but let's do a 4-year deal and just pump up his salary by a lot, $9 million a year. He's going to re-sign with us. And then, honestly, Jawan Jennings, Bryce Huff, Chidobe, all these other extras can walk. I'm not going to accept the option for rookie Pearsall. But Cam Robinson, pretty good season, honestly, for 76 overall. I'll resign for another year if I can't find another guy. Not bad, though. Increasing my offensive line training XP. What do we have here? 5% reduction on letter range unlock. What does that even mean? Reduction to 2 letter range unlock? For the scouting. That's actually big. Hold up. That's actually big. And then hire tier 3 scouts is big. That's actually super big. Let me go to that. So I pumped up the scouting a lot. General scouting buff for tight end by 2%. Probably should have done that more, but I'm pumping up the scouting now while I can, but I probably won't do it anymore after this season. But overall, that's really all I got for it. Oh, Kyle Hamilton is here. I love Kyle Hamilton, but I sign him so often in my rebuilds. Zay Flowers, though. I do like with the Niners scheme. I do like Zay Flowers here over who is it? It's Jawan Jennings, so that might be an option. Ooh, Marlon Humphrey for a year. Yeah, so Zay Flowers said no to me. Don't really want anyone else here. I'm cool with Marlon Humphrey for maybe a year, but I'm still looking to draft a corner. 1 year, $20 million seems a bit excessive. Anyone else offer? Let's see if he signs with us. He does not. So I'm just going to stick with my new kicker and my new punter, Cole Newby and Ryan Wright. They're both young, good overall, so long-term guys, why not just have them? Let's move into the draft. Buccaneers with the #1 pick. What happened to Baker Mayfield? Did he retire? They're drafting an edge in Najee Baldwin. Interesting. Get pick number 18 here. We were 1 spot away from making the playoffs. QB here, Jordan McMichael. Interesting name there. A tight end and Kendrick Clay, 250 out of Arkansas here. Might be the move. Great speed, great strength, marginal acceleration, but elite agility here. A's across. Oh my gosh, I've never seen so many A's. A break tackle, carrying, medium route, spec catch, catching, run block, stiff arm, impact blocking. Kendrick Clay is going to be the pick here for the San Francisco 49ers, ranked number 5. Got him at 18. Hidden development. He seems like a baller. He's going to start immediately. And for the corners on the board, just C to D's man coverage and zone coverage. I'll just wait till further down the board. That just really doesn't look like a lot of value, if I'm being honest. See the receivers on the board. A spec catch, but F catch in traffic. I mean that's just catching, not even catching traffic. These guys really don't look that good. This guy doesn't seem that bad. 3rd to 4th rounder. I'm picking mid-3rd round. Elite strength, solid acceleration and speed. Austin Fusco here doesn't seem bad at all. I might reach here, and I'm just going to do it. Pull the trigger on this guy. Ranked 33, got him at 50. Hidden development out of Clemson. He's going to be our Jawan Jennings replacement. He looks good. And looking back on the corners now, maybe I'll try to snag a guy. B man coverage, F zone coverage. This guy is just straight coverage for man coverage. And good speed, solid acceleration, elite jumping is nice. A catching, B press, B man coverage, F tackle, F zone coverage is just big L. That guy was not meant to be a safety at all. But anyways, yeah, that's why he's a corner. But D press for this guy, C to F tackle, B man coverage. Nothing crazy. Is there anyone with like an A zone coverage or sneaky zone coverage or man coverage there? No. F man coverage, catching. What is there here that's really crazy? F zone coverage, D tackle. This guy, not that bad, honestly. A tackle from this guy, A catching, post UDFA. Rashad Hodges is someone I want to look at. So I'm going to keep him on my board, just keep an eye on him, but he's not going to be a guy that I'm picking in the 3rd round, considering he's a post UDFA. Now this guy, Juan Hernandez here at Auburn, looks big. Big boy, great strength here, 353 pounds, A tackle, A player, B power moves, B awareness. You love to see that. I'm going to pick him. A rank 25, got him at 82. Normal development, but still really good value. Now let's start to try and pull the trigger on these guys that I was looking at before. Where's the post UDFA guy? Hopefully he's here on the board for me. Yeah, Rashad Hodges was the guy that I was looking at. Post UDFA, I'm in the 4th round out of Bama. He looks good. I like his B man coverage, his catching, D zone coverage, A tackle. Might be good value for the 4th round. Ranked 57, got him at 114. Normal development, still good value, especially for a post UDFA. Let's see what this guy is. Leonel Bayer here, post UDFA, solid speed, solid strength. Doesn't look crazy. Ben Brooks here, day 3 guy, great speed, solid acceleration here. Seized across the board. I'll pick him because of his speed. Doesn't seem crazy. Ranked 87, got him at 146. Normal development, good value, but could have been better, honestly. I'm just going to simulate to the end of the draft. Our tight end, Kendrick Clay, is an 80 overall. 75 for the receivers. 66 for the defensive tackle, 73 for Rashad, 70 for Ben Brooks. Stopped drafting after that. Really good value draft. Clay was an 80 overall and ranked number 5. So 84 overall for right guard Nick Walker at pick 21. Tight end Ryan Parks was a higher overall than us. Bart Thomas was a higher overall than us. Well, not technically. You know, he was 81 overall. That's crazy. The tight end class was absolutely stacked here. Ryan Parks went to the next pick after us. Did I pick the right guy or the wrong guy? Does he have X Factor? Yes, I'm cheating to look at this. It doesn't really matter. He has superstar development. We'll check our guy's development later. I'm not going to cheat and look at it now, but interesting to see how the Panthers picked up a stud tight end right after us. 2 overalls higher than us, too. So we got Brock Purdy, his stud tight end back. We got him a new receiver. Let's put him, honestly, at the 2, and then Jordan Watkins can play in the slot at the 3. Everything else looks really good here. Like what we have for the line as it's developing. And then defensively, like what we got going on. I mean, Hernandez and Bayless both seem like good value picks as well. Honestly, not bad. I would still like a third corner. Everything else looks good. Specialist-wise, I'm cool with that. Gadget guy is still going to be Christian McCaffrey. Oliver is going to be the nose tackle. Collins, Mikael Williams. Do not push this guy at the rush defensive tackle, dude. Stop putting this guy at the position I don't want him to be at. Sure, we're going to have him there and him there. Stop putting Mikael Williams at rush defensive tackle. He's not that guy. We're not going to have him there. And Fusco here is going to be playing slot wide receiver. Super annoying how they have that. But anyways, year number 3. See you guys at the midseason mark as I adjust this depth chart. Like, who in their right mind thinks the 66 overall should be starting over the 80 overall? That's just the stupidest thing ever. 7-0. That's literally all Brock Purdy need was his tight end. Literally absolute stud. Number 1 rushing offense, 8th best passing offense, 21st rushing defense, even though I improved my defensive tackles, but sure. Carter Oliver is a baller. What an absolute steal of a 5th round pick. 2 sacks, 7 tackles in the weekly awards. Carter Oliver balling out. Scouting national focus. I would still like my corner 3, so let's make that happen. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm trying to make more cuts in my videos to make it a little bit more engaging. So if you guys do notice that, let me know down in the comments below, because I try to make pauses in my sentences and just skip through things because ADHD content creator here. But either way, Christian McCaffrey, he is 31, pushing 32 here. He will regress. I'm going to wait on his contract. Dominic Pooney, you allowed 10 sacks last year. I'm not going to pay you $10 million a year if you're going to do it again. We're going to wait on that. Renardo Green is a guy that I do like, though. Super cheap contract, young, 4-year contract, $7 million a year. I'm going to take that, but I can't be too crazy with my money here because I know the contracts are about to fully kick in. Ricky Pearsall, I just don't need, honestly. Don't need Malik, don't need Jacob, don't need all these other extras. If Cam Robinson plays well again, I'm going to sign him again. Like, even though he's regressing, if you're going to keep putting up numbers on the stat sheet, I'm going to keep re-signing you. Anyways, let's see what we have for the coaching central. Let's do some offensive stuff here. Let's make sure that this doesn't go down because I know you get downgraded in this stuff if you fail your weekly training, and I have that on auto. Increase chances of broken tackles on screen passes. That's cool, I guess. And then increase pass accuracy on passes 10 or less. That's great to see. +4 throw on the run, under throw pressures. That's great for the QB as well. Okay, so this is what I got going on right now. Shanahan is absolutely studded out here, and I also capped out my trainer pretty hard as well in the beginning, but now he has a lot more things that I could probably get him on, but we're currently 7-0, so I like what we have right now. Let's move into the playoffs. 14-3, still no first round bye. Are we kidding? GM 100%, coaching staff 97%, 98% approval rating. The fans just don't approve of me because I haven't won a Super Bowl yet. Christian McCaffrey, 3rd in the league for receiving yards. Nick Bosa, 20 sacks on the season is nuts. But anyways, who beat us in the Eagles did? 14-3 for the Eagles as they steal it from us. Super unfortunate. That loss to the Falcons in Week 17 really cost us. Here to face the 8-9 Giants, where 5 overall is higher. Should be a sweep, but you never know with Madden. Brock Purdy, back to his former self, top 10 QB, almost there. 4th best offense, 5th best defense, and then 4,000 yards, 31 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 111 pass rating, only got sacked 37 times. Finally, a reasonable amount. It's nothing really good by the offensive lineman, but it's pretty good for all the young guys we have there. Christian McCaffrey, 1,300 yards, 5.3 per carry, 15 touchdowns, 1 fumble. This is interesting. I've never seen Madden do this where the players who are regressing suddenly have a really spiked up year and do really well again. Usually it's just a slow regression downwards and you just slowly see them fall apart. But Jordan James also with 10 rushing touchdowns as well, which is nice. Brandon Knight, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. If they don't give him superstar development, I will. He's had back-to-back years over 1,200 yards and double-digit touchdowns. Austin Fisco here, or Fusco, however you pronounce that, 6'4", 228, playing the slot, 10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards rookie season, deserves superstar development. Kendrick Clay, almost 800 yards, 4 touchdowns, great rookie year. Jordan Watkins, 555 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then sacks allowed. Our left tackle blows, but the rest of the offensive linemen made up for it. I mean, it's pretty annoying. This is why I don't like drafting offensive tackles in the first round, because this always happens to me. It feels like just a waste of a pick. But Cam Robinson's going to get a re-signing. Fred Warner with 115 tackles for a loss, 9 for Nick Bosa, Mikael Williams, and Alfred Collins here. Sacks, 20 for Nick Bosa, probably going to get back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. 9 for Carter Oliver. He's a beast, dude. 8.5 for Mikael Williams, who's being pretty solid here in the NFL. He's not like a total stud, but he's being pretty consistent. And then interceptions here, 3 for Fred Warner, 2 for Leo, and whoever this guy's last name is, I can never pronounce that. Deflections here, 9 for him, and then 8 for Upton here, and 7 for Fred Warner. Safeties on the team is 1 for Nick Bosa. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So really amazing year from Nick Bosa. Can we please beat the 8-9 Giants, who are 5 overalls higher than them? We move on to the divisional round. Stop showing this Coach XP thing. Are we serious? Are we so dead ass now, right now, Madden? Are we so dead? The 8-9 Jackson Dart Giants, who were 5 overalls higher than them, we still lose. I understand upsets happen. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The Jets beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Seriously, the Jets win the Super Bowl before I do. Eric Pickens, the new Super Bowl QB of the Jets, wins the Super Bowl MVP, as Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. Kyle Shanahan, Coach of the Year, all for naught. And then everything else, no Defensive Player of the Year for Nick Bosa. Kind of snubbed there, in my opinion, but it is what it is. Never mind, Andrew Van Ginkel is just like that, I guess, in the Chargers. In the NFC West, Chidobe Awuzie and Leonard Williams both retire. For the team upgrades here, Clay comes with Superstar X Factor, already up to a 90 overall. 93 overall with the boost, absolute beast of a man. Possession tight end with the Bull Rusher logo, with the Pass Power Rusher logo. I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's just the new logo for those guys. That's absolutely crazy. Progression history, motivation tags, abilities, double me. That's what the new logo looks like. It's pretty cool. And then Brandon Ayuk continues to be disrespected. 1,200 yards, double-digit touchdowns back-to-back seasons. 100% deserves superstar development. And again, if you're new to the channel, I know most people watch my content know this. This is not cheating. It is a realistic rebuild. I'm being more than realistic here. So he's going to get that. And then Fusco here, I mean, I feel like he deserves it. 1,000-yard season, 10 touchdowns as a rookie is an amazing rookie year. I know it wasn't as good as Brandon Ayuk, but you could argue Brandon Ayuk could have X factor. But I think this rookie receiver, deserves it. He had an amazing season. It's nothing to shake your head at, for sure. 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns as a rookie is amazing. And then for everyone else here, not really much of an upgrade here. Really not much of a regression by Christian McCaffrey because of his overall boost to the team. Wow, Carter Oliver completely flew past Mikael Williams and Alfred Collins here. No other upgrades on the defense that I can see, but overall, it seems like a great team. I just need the simulation to stop being super picky and just give me a win. So I increased my offensive coordinator abilities just a little bit more for the offensive line and the running backs. Kyle Shanahan, I basically maxed him at this point. Like, there's really nothing more I can do. Sure, some scouting abilities and some unlocks at level 8 for the offensive abilities or something. Exclusive look, head coach, defensive ability. Like, how do I necessarily unlock these? Unlocks at level 27. I'm level 50. I mean, does that mean level 27 for, offensive coordinators? I don't know how that works exactly, but sure. Players ready to negotiate. Mikael Williams, I'm going to accept his option if I do have to play that far. Christian McCaffrey really hasn't regressed that far. He's an 89. He's still performing well, so I'm going to re-sign him. In Madden 24, by now, he'd be like a 75 overall into the ground. Dominic did pretty good this season. It's just my left tackle that's really screwing us. 4-year deal, $20 million a year. Paid him a bag, so he's going to re-sign. And then Ricky Pearsall can walk, and then all these other extras can honestly walk, except for Cam Robinson. He had another good year. I like that they actually fixed this. If these guys are having good years, they're not going to just completely run into the ground. They're still going to regress a little bit, but they're balancing them out a lot better. So let's move into free agency. After free agency, I have easily the best linebacking core in the NFL, getting Nick Bolton here as well, which is crazy. Then also signing a long snapper. So absolutely crazy there for our linebacking core. Still in a draft. Another corner in the draft. Also, a free safety wouldn't be a bad shout because the safety that I drafted really hasn't been that crazy. And the Saints get the number 1 pick. Really not surprised by that. We're going to simulate to our pick, though. Pick number 24 after losing to the Giants. They lost the very next round. Saints are finally going to pick a QB of the future for them. Free safety, second or third round, run support, and David Barrett here really doesn't seem that bad, honestly. Might pull the trigger on that. This guy looks pretty good out of Georgia. Doesn't seem the craziest in terms of zone coverage, which is what I want in zone coverage. This guy doesn't seem that great either, but that's for free safety. Let's see David Barrett here. I mean, elite strength, great speed, solid acceleration, B awareness. I mean, he just doesn't have the zone coverage, but I like the play rec, the pursuit. He looks pretty good there. I'm going to pick up David Barrett. I'm desperate for a free safety. Ranked 30, got him at 24. Hidden development. I think that was worth it. And then for the corners, A zone coverage, A tackle, A catching from Xavier Baruch here out of Wisconsin. 5'11", 200 pounds, great speed, great strength, great acceleration here. A tackle, A zone coverage, B catching. Let's see what we have here as he's ranked number 9, got him at 56, A+ pick, hidden development, absolute steal in the late second round. Scout these guys by their talent here. Some post UDFAs. Yeah, that's not really worth it there to look at them by that. And then let's look at man coverage here. There's a B for him, and then zone coverage B for this guy. D man coverage, C tackle. I mean, this doesn't really look that great, but B man coverage, A tackle, B catching, Brandon Wilcox, good speed, good acceleration. Let's take a chance on him. It's going to be the late 4th round. Ranked 51, got him at 88, good value, normal development. That's fine, though. Really not that bad in the late 3rd round, my bad. Honestly, I like my team the way it is. I'm just going to simulate to the end of the draft. After the draft, David Barrett, 75 overall, 78 for Xavier Baruch, 74 for Brandon Wilcox, and then the AI picked after that. Really not that bad of a draft, really. Higher overalls. I feel like the rookies are getting higher overalls and kind of easier to draft in terms of overall, but harder to draft in terms of development, which I kind of like because it makes it a lot easier whenever they have a hidden development. But I feel like I'm still not horrible at drafting. In my last video, I was pretty bad with the Cardinals, but that's the Cardinals. And for the team upgrades going into the next season, for the team going into the next season, the AI picked up a hidden development offensive lineman, not bad. Hopefully my left tackle finally develops this season. Offense looking good, 88 overall team, the best we've ever had it. Barrett's going to be the starter, just that way he can immediately start playing. Baruch, it doesn't seem that bad, and Xavier there. So like all that we have for our team, specialist-wise, we got all that going on. We're going to put him in the slot. Everyone else looks really good there. Stop putting Michael Williams in the rush defensive tackle position. That's extremely annoying. He's clearly my edge rusher. We're not doing that. Brandon Ayuk can be in the slot this year. So, oh my gosh, that's super annoying. Anyways, I'm going to manually change that for the 5th time this video, and then we're going to move in to the playoffs because it is the 4th and potentially the final season. I'll play a 5th if the AI screws me again. And here we are in the playoffs, finishing 12-5 on the season, top 10 and really everything. Team looks great here. Kyle Shanahan, almost 100% by everyone, but the fans still are not sold on him until he wins the Super Bowl. Brock Purdy looks mid, 16th passer rating, 25th passing touchdowns, 10th offense, 5th defense here, 4,000 yards, 24 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, 3-to-1 ratio there, 107 pass rating, got sacked 47 times. But still, I mean, it's not horrible, but is it worth 60, 70 million a year? Definitely not. Christian McCaffrey, this is whenever his drop-off begins, but still a good season, 4.4 per carry, 14 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, under 1,000 yards though. Brandon Ayuk, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Austin Fusco here with almost 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. Kendrick Clay, 800 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jordan Watkins, almost 800 yards, 3 touchdowns. I know some people may be sad that I didn't really use Ricky Pearsall, but honestly, I'm cool with Austin a lot more. And then for the sacks, this left tackle is just straight ass, dude. I'm just going to replace him. Well, if I play another season after this, he's gone. Fred Warner, 120 tackles for a loss, 10 for Michael Williams, 9 for Carter Oliver, sacks, 14.5 for Nick Bosa, 7 for Michael Williams, 6.5 for Carter Oliver, interceptions, 2 for Xavier here, and then deflections is going to be 8 for Lenore, and then 6 for Xavier, 6 for Fred Warner and Leo. So Xavier seems to be doing pretty good. Safeties on the team is 0, defensive touchdowns is 0. Can we beat the 9-8 Bears, who are 2 overalls lower than us? We are clearly the better team. Please, EA, do not screw me on this, and we are going to beat them 20-17 here to face the 11-6 Los Angeles Rams. We're 4 overalls higher than them. Why is my team not practicing? Why is that not a thing? Okay, I guess I haven't had team practicing this entire time. I'm pretty sure I turned it on auto, but maybe not. I'm pretty sure I had it, though. Either way, I still built up a pretty good team. Here we are against the Rams. They're going to open up with a punt. We're going to start with a punt. Nobody's scoring on offense at all. Late in the second quarter, it's going to be 3-0 at halftime. Super boring game, 3-3 game. Third quarter, nothing is happening once again. We're going to take it play by play as they're driving down the field here. They are going to make it a 6-3 game. What an absolute thriller for this Niners team as we're going to lose 6-3. I want to blow my brains out. Let me skip to the next season because, oh my gosh, I'm not ending the video that way. We're playing a season 5, losing 6-3 against the Rams. Are we serious right now? Are we so serious? I'm 4 overalls higher than them, and I have... What is my offense ranked right now? Let me see my ranked offense, dude. Oh my gosh, I want to blow my brains out playing this game. My top 10 ranked offense scores 3 points, and then, of course, my defense does a great job holding the Rams to 6 points, but my offense can't do shit. Life of a Steelers fan. The Eagles win another Super Bowl, 21-10. Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen wins the league MVP. No awards for the Niners. I'm genuinely upset about that. I'm playing one more season, and if the AI doesn't give to me, I'm rage quitting. Christian McCaffrey retires. I'm screwed. For the team upgrades, oh, we actually have James, so never mind. We're not screwed there, but team upgrades, offense looks the exact same. I'm definitely replacing my left tackle. Nick Bolton's a baller. Why hasn't he not been playing at the will this entire time? He should be playing there, so that's a lot better. We have Martin there. Barrett comes to star development. Xavier has superstar development. That's awesome to see. Honestly, I'm going to trade away my left tackle for someone else and then move on from there. So for Kellen Moore, I'm just going to spam upgrade this guy and everything because evidently my offense is a problem. So yeah, I completely stacked this guy out, but let's see if that actually helps in any shape or way or form because scoring 3 points in a divisional round playoff game is completely unacceptable. Nick Bosa, going to want an absolute bag here, is going to be $48 million a year, and I'm going to definitely sign that contract for him. Jordan James hasn't played a single snap. Christian McCaffrey retired. I need him. He's going to retire for me. Well, I mean, he's going to resign for me. Brandon Ayuk, he's going to want a bag, and honestly, I got to pay it to him. He's been amazing for us. He's going to resign. This left tackle, screw you. Not accepting your option. Alfred Collins, Nick Martin doesn't seem bad. Jordan Watkins as well. If I can all get these guys to play, I would love that. We're going to be in negative $1 million for him. So let me do some finessery here. Do I want Jordan Watkins, Nick Martin? I kind of want more, but do I need him? No, not with Nick Bolton. So let me get Jordan Watkins on this team. He's going to resign on a 2-year contract, and then I'm going to get Alfred Collins some finessery here and just tag this guy. Alfred Collins is going to say no thanks, but I'm going to say no thanks right back to him and hit him with the Uno reverse card. I don't care if I'm completely overpaying. I need him back on the team. I'm going to simulate to the draft. I'm wondering if they fix the issue to where you can't trade a player whenever you're in negative cap room, which doesn't make sense because it's like I'm trying to reduce my cap room by trading the player. So it would make sense by you're not being able to trade for a player, but you not being able to remove one from your team because you're not in the right cap scenario is this the stupidest logic ever. But let me see if they actually fix that. Probably not. Let me take my garbage left tackle and trade him away for another left tackle. The Bears have a superstar left tackle. Will this actually go through? No, it won't. Trade wouldn't go through because your team's over the salary cap. The point of me trading the player is to reduce the salary cap, Madden. That's the entire point, but sure. And the left tackles on the board all suck. They're all just day 3s. Right tackles on the board, first to second round for a guy. I mean, it doesn't seem the greatest, and I can't really see jack shit with the board being blended in this way. Thank you, EA. My favorite. Great strength from a right tackle, Grayson Parker. He's going to be the guy. Ranked 87, got him at 27. Hidden development. I'm going to start him at left tackle. I don't even care. And now let me pick up a middle linebacker here. Let's do a Mike or not. So let's not do that. Oh, Will's not on the board. Okay, so let's go with this guy, evidently. Taylor Winters here. Great speed, elite acceleration, F power move, zone coverage A, tackle A, awareness A. Taylor Winters is going to be the pick in the late second round. Pick number will value it at 88. Got him at 59. Hidden development, though, out of Penn State. I'll take that. Honestly, don't care about the rest of the draft. I'm just going to simulate to the end of it. And then right tackle, Grayson Parker, 72. 72 for Winters. Just awful draft in general, but I don't care. I feel like we have the team to win the Super Bowl. EA just needs to give me a win, dude. I have the team. I'm probably one of the, if not the highest overall team in the entire franchise simulation right now. The AI just doesn't care. It's super frustrating to deal with that. Anyways, did my right tackle leave? Cam Robinson retired. Oh, no. I'm going to have to deal with this guy again. Parker, you're going to have to step up and be the guy. That is quite unfortunate. Defensively, I mean, I'm a 90 overall team. What more do you really need from me? Barrett's going to be the starter. Xavier is a baller. I'm going to have him at the number 2. Everything seems great. And then, once again, dude, Mikael Williams is not my rush defensive tackle. He is my edge rusher. Put him at edge rusher, please. Super frustrating. Xavier's going to play in the slot as well. Brendan Ayuk is going to be my gadget guy as well. But apart from that, let's move into the 5th and final season. If the AI screws me again, I'm just not going to play. But anyways, hopefully we can win. 12-5 first round bye. Let's go. 100% approval rating. Everyone thinks that this is our year. Let me change my offensive playbook to Kellen Moore and just make sure that this guy is absolutely stacked out. I want no excuses for my team this season. So my offensive coordinator and Kellen Moore is just capped out there. I mean, there's really nothing more I can do. Maybe the trainer and his abilities to make us just strengthen a little bit. I don't know if wear and tear actually affects players in simulation. I know maybe throughout the season it will player fatigue, actually, I don't know if that affects them in simulation. I know wear and tear will during simulation, but it's fine. So since we did have the first round bye, we're going to be, of course, facing the Giants, my favorite. Can't wait to lose to them again. Stats and awards, Brock Purdy, number 1 pass rating in the NFL, top 5 QB in the NFL here. He's going to be 4th for league MVP. Best season he's had yet. And it's without Christian McCaffrey, surprisingly. Number 1 offense in the NFL, 11th best defense, 4,400 yards, 40 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, 124 pass rating. Sacks are still a problem, but hey, best season he's ever had in his life. Jordan James, almost 1,000 yards, 4.6 per carry, 16 touchdowns, no fumbles. Wow, what a replacement already. He seems great. Brandon Ayuk, almost 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns. That's X Factor. He's been balling. Jordan Watkins, 900 yards, almost 6 touchdowns. Austin Fusco here with almost 900 yards, 6 touchdowns as well. Sacks, dude. It's literally just my left tackle that blows. Pooney, really not doing that well for paying him $20 million a year. Grayson Parker, I don't expect much. He's a 72 overall rookie, but still, Pooney should not be allowing this much, and this guy just blows. Fred Warner, 117 tackles for a loss, 8 for Nick Bosa, 8 for Alfred Collins, 8 for Carter Oliver, and then 16.5 for Nick Bosa, 10.5 for Mikael Williams, his first double-digit sack season, 5.5 for Alfred Collins, interceptions, 4 for Fred Warner, deflections here is going to be 11 for Fred Warner, and Xavier, who's been doing great, dude. These late-round steals are awesome. Carter Oliver and Xavier have been both amazing this rebuild. Carter Oliver, speaking of, with another safety here, and then defensive touchdowns is 0. Those guys, those late-round steals are amazing. Love finding those guys. Can we beat the Giants in the divisional round to move on to our first conference championship of the rebuild? Thank God the Madden gods are on our side this time. But can we beat the Rams here? We had a huge problem with in the previous week, in the previous simulation, in the previous year. My God, I don't know how to speak. Let's see if we can beat them to move on to the Super Bowl. Here we are against the Rams. They're going to start out with nothing. We punted immediately, 3-7 here in the second quarter. Time winding down fast, 3-7 at halftime. Pretty stalemate of a game again. 3-10, 3-17. Defense holding strong, but the offense finally learned how to wake up this year. 3-24. Defensive blowout once again for our amazing defense, but offense finally learned how to score some points here. Let's move on to the Super Bowl. And we have created a new Super Bowl opportunity for the San Francisco 49ers here to face the 9-1 Jets. I am personally curious to see what the actual QB is for the Jets and what their lineup looks like. But first off, Brock Purdy, X Factor, Brandon Ayuk, X Factor, 99 overall, Kendrick Clay, awesome to see. 93 overall team with all the boosts. Unfortunately, Oliver and Xavier do not get upgraded. No actual upgrades I can see on the defense, but it's an amazing team. Let's go to, is it managed team, GM office, NFL rosters. Let's look at the Jets real quick. I want to see their QB. 99 overall, Eric Pickens, superstar X Factor. That's who we saw win the Super Bowl. 99% approval rating. Coaching staff and the fans have a 1% less approval rating. They think we're going to shit the bed. Let's see what we have here against the Jets to see if we can cap this rebuild off with a win, because we deserve it. We easily have the best team in this entire simulation. Here we are against the Jets, do or die. Brock Purdy, at the peak of his career, he needs to do this, dude. 7-0 offense. Brock Purdy, wake up, please. The defense is doing their job. 7-7 game. Offense needs to do something. Please do something. 10-7. Defense holding strong, and we will win the Super Bowl because of our defense. 10-7 is your final. Another absolute snooze fest here for the San Francisco 49ers in the playoffs. But hey, a ring is a ring. Finally got over the hump. Literally the year after Christian McCaffrey retired. Poor Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey. Really sucks for him that he didn't get a ring because he deserves one for how great of a player he is. But hey, this is going to be a successful rebuild, which is what matters to me. So I'm cool with that. Got a ring on it. Took a couple more years than I thought because the AI simulation just doesn't want you to win despite your team being significantly better than another team. I can understand maybe like an upset here or there, but like, my gosh, dude, I feel like I get upset every video. I get upset verbally and emotionally. But anyways, Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl MVP, peak of his career, best season he's had. Tua wins league MVP. That will never happen if you're a Dolphins fan watching this. Aiden Hutchinson on the Seahawks winning the Defensive Player of the Year, and then Chiefs player winning both the Rookie of the Years as they continue to dominate the NFL. Does the fan approval go to 100%? Yep, 100% on everything. Coach is 100% approval rating. Fans love him. I love him. Great team that we built, but this is the peak of the team. So I thank you guys all for watching. Let me know down in the comments below which team you want me to rebuild next, as this was a successful rebuild, and I will see you guys all in the next one.